Yes, so I thought I would hop on here because in my classroom I have a example up for the students to see that are here in person. So I thought I would kind of walk you through the example so you could get some ideas about how to do your project and what the expectations are and kind of what it looks like. So over here, let me see if I can zoom out a little bit. All right, so I did a desert food chain. So my desert food chain starts up here with a saguaro cactus as a producer. I didn't just say cactus, I picked a specific type that grows there, right? Then I have my arrow that's showing my transfer of energy to my white-winged dove. This is a primary consumer that eats the flowers of the saguaro cactus. It's a primary consumer that's an herbivore. It only eats the flowers. And so I've got my arrow showing that my energy is being transferred to my Norway rat or brown rat, right? It eats those little white-winged dove, little baby chicks. So it eats this, it eats those. It's an omnivore because it also eats some other plants as well. I had to look that up, right? Sometimes you might not know, so you might have to do a little bit of searching on Google. Energy transferred to my western diamondback. This is my tertiary consumer. He's a carnivore. He eats only meat, right? And then I added a quaternary consumer. You do not have to have this. I just thought it would be fun to have a bobcat in there. It's also a carnivore. Now, if I zoom out a little bit, you can see that I still have my decomposer, my stable fly, that breaks down all of these organisms when they die, right? Whether it's a plant or an animal. Then I took my original 5, right? My original 5 organisms, and I put them here, right? So here's my bobcat, here's my saguaro cactus, here's my Norway rat, right? So I have my originals, and then I added in some others. I added in a desert scorpion, right? I added in a desert shrew. I added in another producer, rabbit brush. I added in a desert bee fly, right? So those are all ones that I added in, and you can see how many more arrows I have. And I still have my stable fly, my decomposer, and you can see all of the arrows still go to that decomposer, okay? Then I took all of my organisms that were there and I put them in my pyramid. Now, you don't have to have pictures in the pyramid. You can just put the names if you want, but I put the pictures so that you guys could see that it's the same ones carried through, right? So I still have my rabbit brush and my saguaro cactus that are my producers on the base level. I show it with arrows. Energy is going up the pyramid. Primary consumers are on the next level. Secondary consumers, tertiary consumers, and then at the top, my quaternary consumers. On the side, I've still got my stable fly, my decomposer that recycles energy from every level. So I hope that helps you guys kind of see what your project should look like. It's not one of those, it's all 3 of those. So you should have a food chain, a food web, and a food pyramid. Now yours is definitely not going to be as long as this one because yours is going to be on a poster instead of my full whiteboard. But I wanted to make it big so that everybody could see everything. You can print your pictures or they can be hand drawn. If you read your directions, you should have seen that. So if you're not artistically inclined, that is okay. You can feel free to use resources online. If you have books at home that you can use to help you, all of those are resources that you can use to help you find those organisms from particular ecosystems that would be useful for you to put into your food webs and food chains and energy pyramids. If you have specific questions, you can feel free to send me an email and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Otherwise, you're going to have a couple more work days and I will see you guys again soon.